come hang out with me as a full-time artist. This is a day in my life, essentially. Today there was a lot of cleaning, not so much a lot of art. I had two classes in the last 3 weeks that I'm so grateful they went so well. I had a meditate and paint class, and then I had a spooky paint, a spooky like thrifted paint class. So I had people who like found paintings at Goodwill and stuff, and we reanimated them to be spooky for the spooky season. So anyways, and then the meditate and paint was really awesome too. I should add pictures. I need to find pictures and add them onto my channel so you guys can see what everybody came up with, because they were just amazing. But anyways, the studio was kind of a mess because I'm working on a larger painting right now. I also had those two classes, and then I just got a lot of stuff to organize. And so I had a lot of things like torn down or moved to the side, and just like stuff everywhere. So I had to buckle down today and just get this done. I love a clean, fresh studio. It makes me feel so good. Like, I usually light a candle afterwards and just like sit in my space. And sometimes I just meditate in there and like sit in the space and just enjoy it. So I also, that helps me with creative block too. I am working on this really large whale painting right now, and I do have some creative block with it. And so today I was like, maybe like if inspiration comes to me, I'll go ahead and work on it, but for today I'm going to take a break with it and just work on organizing. So I took a little break on him. I'll tell you guys too, the organizational systems I have are from IKEA here. Those tension rods are just, I don't know if you can I mean, they are tension rods because they're wire held by tension, but anyways, they are just curtain rods from IKEA. And I think they were like maybe $12 a piece. Like, they were very inexpensive, and then the hooks were pretty inexpensive as well, that they all came with. And so I have my oils on top, and then my acrylics on the bottom, and then the pegboard that you can see behind me, that was also from IKEA. And that one, I love these. They're so cool. Super, super easy to install. Both of these were actually. And they came with those little buckets. They came with hooks, and they also come with trays. And I have a lot of like really small paints and stuff like that. And so there are trays on the other one that you just can't see at this angle. But anyways, yeah. So I worked on organizing all this and like clearing off all my surfaces today. I also really needed a paper towel holder, and so I grabbed a roll of paper towels and I went to the wood shop and kind of poked around to see what I could find, to see if I could make something, pretty quickly. So I really wanted my paper towel holder to be underneath of my table, because it's in the splash zone. I literally throw paint, so I don't want it. I mean, if I have a dirty paper towel, it's really not going to be super helpful. So I wanted it just to be out of the splash zone. So I found this piece of wood in the wood pile, in the firewood pile, and then we had some dowels too, because we just made some small easels for my classes with dowels. And so we found some dowels, and I found some dowels. Sorry, sidetrack. So I found some dowels, and then I found this piece of wood. And so I was like, you know what? I'll make something super simple where I can like slide the dowel in and out, and I will just screw these to the base of my table. So that is what I did. I was definitely born with the I think I can do anything at least half decent gene. I don't know if you've seen that video with Elise Myers saying that, but I'm like, yeah, I totally feel that same way. I grew up in a household with extremely creative people. My dad has been a woodworker since before I was born, long before I was born. And so I grew up in a wood shop with like all the tools that I could possibly think of, and learned how to use them and like what I could create with them. And then my mom, she does woodworking. She also does a lot of sewing, but she's like extra crafty. So anyways, and then Ranger and I had to play hide and seek for a minute too, to take a break from doing things. But anyways, yeah, I just am super creative that way. And I'm like, I can do most things, I don't know, pretty well. And I can figure it out. I enjoy problem solving, and the paper towel holder, obviously, as you can see, ended up working out pretty well. The only thing that I should have done is pre-drill my holes, and I didn't do that. So I ran into a little bit of a pickle trying to get those in, screwed into the bottom of my tabletop, but they worked out in the end just fine. Scraping my palette is one of my favorite things to do. It's just like a refresh and it feels so freaking good every time I go in and I like reset my studio. I go in and I scrape that out and I'm like, okay, like I feel totally, it's like putting on like a new pair of underwear in the morning. You're just like, yeah, fresh, clean, ready to go. I used my new paper towel roll holder and I did like the final wiping of like all the little teeny pieces because I've been using acrylic, so it kind of leaves some flakes. And then I got hungry, so lunch time. During lunch or while that was cooking, I needed to switch some laundry. So I also like to do household chores during the day, and then it doesn't feel like it's so tedious like at night after dinner, like trying to do the bedtime routine and everything with my daughter. I'm a single mom, so I try to spend the time that I do have with her, um, not productively. I don't think that productive is the right word, but I want to spend it with her and I want to have quality time with her. So while she's at school during the day, I do try to get most of this done. I'm not very good at it every single day, but you know what? I do my best. And as everyone knows, microwave minutes are longer than regular minutes, so I actually had time to unload the dishwasher, or excuse me, not unload, but I had time to finish loading the dishwasher and get it running while my food was still cooking. So I took care of that as well. And then Pickles was my trusty little helper here. I think she was waiting for food, but joke's on her. She doesn't get fed for another 4 hours. Don't come at me, but I hate eating out of microwave dishes. I don't know, it's just like flimsy and things stick to it and it's gross. And so everything that I cook in the microwave, if it's like one of these microwave meals from Trader Joe's, I put it on a plate. It also helps it cool down a little bit faster. So because every time you cook something in the microwave, it comes out at molten lava temperature. So that is always super helpful too. And then, like I said, I'm the only one that does dishes. And so whatever, it's one more that makes me happy in the moment. And then I put an avocado on top because I love avocados. So I had my little chili bowl. It's not chili. I don't remember what it's like, a taco bowl or whatever, but with a whole avocado on it. And then that kept me full like for quite a while. I don't know what it is about avocados, but they stick to my gut pretty well. And then, of course, I had to annoy Rambo because he's 1,000 years old and he's used to it at this point. I've had him for almost 12 years. He is my little baby. So I had to go bug him while he was taking his, ninth hour of his 15th nap of the day. After a little bit of downtime, Ranger and I headed back out to the studio, and I have these lights that are suspended above two different areas in my studio so that the paintings that I'm working on are illuminated. And so I had to go staple those to the wall and get the cords out of the way. After school, we worked on some Halloween decorations, and then I ended up putting my spooky painting up. So, courtesy of my daughter here, she was filming while I was doing this, and I think she did such a good job. She even zoomed in on the painting like after I put it up. Wait, you'll see it. Quality right there. Perfect. We ate dinner and then we ended the day with some yoga. I put her to bed and now it is bath time for mom. But this is a typical day in the life of a full-time artist and single mom.